So guys, Amascut is soon to be released on Monday, and it is super duper exciting. I've got a team ready, and we're going to be going for the world's first, so make sure you come and join in on the Twitch stream all day, every day. The link is in the description below, but I thought I'd just run you through you guys what kind of setup I'm planning on taking, what additions I might add, and just where we're at the moment. So the initial plan is to start the boss on Mainscape, do a bunch of that, and hopefully walk away with some very tasty rewards indeed. But I thought I'd just take you through the two presets that I've got sorted right now. One of them is magic, and one of them is necromancy. I don't really see melee or range being very useful, at least for me. Like, maybe some people will make melee work somehow. With the Keris partisan thingy, or whatever it's called, but yeah, personally I feel like mage and necromancy are going to be the top dogs, because what we've seen on the videos that they've shown, like a few clips, there have been some mobs spawning throughout the fight, and I feel like the AoE from Greater Chain or Threads of Fate is going to be very, very useful for that, while also simultaneously keeping a bit of distance while dodging the various waves and other mechanics that come across the map. So, without further ado, let's jump in. So, for the mage presets, pretty standard stuff weapon-wise. We've got the Raw and the Ode, the Precise 6 Aftershock 1, the Aftershock 4 Eruptive 2, and then on the Fracture Staff from Armadillo, I've got a Precise 6 Caraming 1 with Aftershock 4 Eruptive 2, so pretty standard there. Only thing that might not be standard is the Caraming. You can have Ruthless there instead. It really depends what you prefer. But then on top of that, I've got a little switch here that has Caraming 4 on it. That makes your Greater Chain tag lots of other things, and then your next ability will hit those things as well. So I'm thinking if there are mobs that are in plentiful quantity, then this might be very, very useful to have. You can use it on like a Virtus book or something as well. It's completely fine, doesn't really matter. It's one ability and then just switch back, but that's what I've got. So on top of that, just the standard rune pouches, adrenaline pods, a little bit of prayer, and then the blessed flask, which gives you loads of prayer. And you have bombs, overload, vitality pots are always quite good for this kind of stuff. Then a bunch of food and a hellhound, because hellhounds are going to be very important for damage reduction, and I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of it. As for shields as well, I've got a Merciless shield here with Turtling 4 on it for the increased barricade duration. I also have Malatopses in my player-owned farm Ranch Out of Time pen in order to get even more barricade duration as well, to try and survive whatever onslaught we may be dealt. Other than that, I've got a Arcane Spirit shield here with Lucky 6 Absorbative 1. This is a thing just for like general tanking. It drains your prayer a bunch, but it reduces damage by 30%, which is massive. So having one of these could definitely be a good idea as well. It just really depends what the boss is trying to throw at us. And then I've got a Burvlost Guardian with some Blackstone arrows. So this is for if the boss is high defense, which rumor has it might just be. But chucking on some Blackstone arrow greater ricochets could be a very good idea to just lower the boss's defense, combined with some things like a Gothic Staff EOF as well. That will also reduce it down to increase your hit chance. So that's kind of what we're working with over there. Then in terms of gear down here, we have the Nexus to use Bone Shield, Grimoire for crits, weapons and stuff. But the big thing here is the Masterwork Magic. This stuff is going to be very good. Because for every piece you wear, 10% of the incoming damage is delayed and dealt over time instead. And the interesting thing about this in particular is your Hellhound will reduce the initial damage, but it also reduces the bleed damage as well, so it kind of double dips. So Hellhounds, I'm envisioning, are going to be very, very good. And my debate here is whether I should be using Crypt Bloom as my body and legs with Animate Dead, or Masterwork to get that full 5-piece 50%. And I'm a little bit torn. The reason I have Crypt Bloom right now is my Masterwork stuff only, well, it's brand new basically. It is brand new and it's not level 20. And level 20 on gear increases the proc chance of your perks by 10%. So that means your 8% biting is now 8.8%. So it's more crits, it's more devoted, it's more impatience. So yeah, in an ideal world, I probably would have the 5-piece with this at level 20, but as I don't right now, I'm probably going to run with a Crypt Bloom and try and be a bit tankier. Whether that ends up being a mistake or not, we'll have to wait and see. But it could be that, 3-piece masterwork, like the hat, the boots, and the gloves, combined with some tectonic for that extra crit chance, could end up being very good. Specifically for the FSOA spec there, where crit chance is king. So we'll have to see what happens, but we can always switch it out if need be, but this is kind of what I'm going with at the beginning. One more thing that I could add that I actually don't have on this account right now is an exekill attack, because what you could do, you could spec the boss right at the beginning, and then after you've done your spec, like a minute later, you can do a Chaos Roar into another spec, and then that spec will do an absolute truck ton of damage. So that may be worth considering taking a little exekill switch just purely for that. That'll work with whatever style you're using, although with Necromancy it will be a bit trickier, because obviously wearing the shield will unequip your lantern, which means your conjures disappear. However, on the topic of Necromancy, I've got this. It's pretty standard stuff. Instead of the Blackstone arrows this time, I have brought a Statius Warhammer with a little melee main hand. This, of course, could be an exekill as well, but as I said before, it does run the risk of making your conjures disappear. So you've got to use it quite tactfully if you want to exekill in this one. But here, instead of the Arcane, I've got a Spectral. This is the Necromancy Spirit Shield. It does the exact same thing. It's just a Necromancy shield instead. And as there is no tier 90 Necromancy shield, I've got this Merciless Kite shield, which I'm hoping I won't have to use, because equipping this will make your conjures disappear as well, so you do have to be a bit careful about that. But it's there if you really, really need it. It could be, some barricade intercept strats. There could be just, something for like 10 plus seconds that you have to dodge. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. But it may be the case that, cading with this is more beneficial than this. But who knows? Then on top of that, I've got a little lantern down here, which will have the flanking 4 perk, because as this is a team boss, there is a good chance that I will be behind the boss and then able to get a little bit of flanking going on for those soul strikes, which could do a lot of damage. And obviously all of this stuff here could very well be replaced or upgraded. Maybe tank armor is the play instead of damage armor, I'm not sure. But for like the Ghosty, for example, healing you, damage kind of is tankiness in a way. Like making my Ghosty stronger has me have more healing, especially when combined with Equilibrium Aura as well. So we'll have to see what happens there. I've got the Wenbook for now, so we'll have to see if that is going to be our best bet. But yeah, that'll basically do us for our setup right now. I've got the little Zorgos ring because I feel like the extra souls will be nice, because there are some mobs that spawn throughout the fight. And then yeah, that is basically my 2 setups, Mage or Necromancy. That is what I plan on doing, and yeah, we'll have to see if it ends up being effective. Will any of this gear end up being the stuff we actually use? It's anyone's guess. But I feel like both of these setups are pretty good and will get the job done quite nicely, at least at the beginning. It'll be a good intro thing. I imagine metas and stuff will emerge and change very quickly. But yeah, that's part of the fun, isn't it? Working out the best strats and then rolling with it. So yeah, hopefully this helps anyone who has been stuck on what to bring. But yeah, these 2 presets here are going to be very good intro presets. Definitely can't go wrong. And yeah, Monday. I'm excited. I am excited. And hopefully you guys are very excited too. And yeah, it's not long to go now, is it? Not long to go. So hopefully you guys are excited. Please do come to the streams to check out the world first race. We will be gunning for it. But the question is, will we emerge victorious? I hope so, because we get a cool title if we do. But yeah, hopefully looking forward to Amascut. And I will see you guys on Monday for the festivities. Toodles!